Hey everybody, my name is Brooke Gerhart. I'm the Vanity Kills featured artist of January. So thank you guys for having me be a part of this. I actually did a couple of these interview videos yesterday while driving back here to Nashville, but the audio didn't line up with the video, and so it was super annoying and I couldn't get it to work. So now I'm just doing it with my iPhone. So we'll see if this works. But I live here in Nashville, Tennessee now. I'm originally from Northeast Pennsylvania, same birthplace of Vanity Kills. So it's good to be down here doing a lot of music stuff now. If I had to describe my music in, no, not 3 words. If I had to, my genre of music, it's mostly like pop country with some soft rock stuff in there. I usually describe it as like a mix of like John Mayer meets Rascal Flatts kind of a thing. But there's a few different styles there. If I describe my fashion style in 3 words, I would say simple, organic, and European. Those are probably 3 things that could do it. I like simple things. I don't really like a lot of patterns or anything too complicated. I just like simple stuff and layering it up in cool ways. My musical influences, I would say John Mayer be one. Rascal Flatts, Hunter Hayes, Need to Breathe, Coldplay. There's a bunch. There's too many to list. I listen to tons of different stuff, and it all kind of comes out in its own way. But if I was going on tour and could only bring one article of clothing, it would probably be my H&M David Beckham underwear, because you can't not wear well, okay, you could not wear underwear if you wanted to, but I wouldn't want to, especially after this stuff. It's sweet, but my shows would probably have to be 18 and over because that would be super inappropriate for little kids. But that'd probably be my choice. My muse when it comes to writing lyrics is probably driving. Whenever I'm driving, I get the most influences and the most lyrical concepts come in my head, and I'll just kind of come home and try to write them down or hash them out as much as I can and kind of develop them a little bit. My biggest fashion pet peeve is probably just some of the egos that come with fashion or the interest in it. I think some people just get super arrogant about their fashion and think it's better than everyone else's, when fashion is just, it's another form of art. I think it's just you express yourself in your own personality, so there's not really a right or wrong to it. So I'm not big into the arrogance that can come with it. Favorite season to dress would definitely be fall. I love that you can layer stuff without getting too hot, but you can also like go out and not have to worry about getting rid of a coat or something like that. So you can just get like a nice denim jacket or a nice leather jacket and not have to worry about ditching a pea coat somewhere or being too cold. So I would say fall is probably my favorite. Have I ever forgotten the words to a song while on stage? Absolutely. In fact, the biggest and probably most important one came about 2 weeks ago when I was in an audition. And I'm not used to singing cover songs. I usually just do my own songs. So it was weird to learn them and totally forgot the words and butchered one of the songs. And I thought I was just done for, because any TV show auditions I've ever seen before, if you forget a lyric, they're just like, you didn't prepare, you're done. But they let me do some more and it ended up working out well. So I was pretty stoked on that. Does my stage style different from my day-to-day style? Not really. I kind of wear the same thing every day, whether I'm on stage, going out with friends, or sitting home all day, or going to Walmart. I don't know, my roommates are still like, dude, where are you going? What are you all dressed up for? I'm like, dude, I wear this stuff every day. I'm not going anywhere. But I'm just hanging out with Chandler for the day, which is my cat, by the way. So it doesn't really change, but on stage I definitely don't like to be too bulky or wear too much stuff, just because it gets really hot with the lights and everything. Or certain necklaces kind of clank off my acoustic, and that's no good. So I have a couple things, but it doesn't really change much. First memorable moment of my music career was probably one of the first shows I ever played, which was a Battle of the Bands in high school. And it ties into fashion, because I definitely was shirtless with a bow tie on and my old bro furrow. It was just awful. I guess hindsight, we live and we learn, but I just thought I was cool taking my shirt off for all the girls, and it was just something else. But that's probably one of my first memories of that. Celebrity fashion icon. Um, I would probably say David Beckham. I've always been big into soccer and kind of the European fashion world from that, and I think he's a huge image in both of those worlds, and I really dig the stuff that he wears and stuff he does. So he's definitely a big influence on me. If I could collaborate with any artist, living or deceased, um, I can't really say a deceased old school one, like grew up on the Beatles or Def Leppard or something cool like that, because I can't. My parents weren't really into music, so I mean, I can't do an old one, but I'd probably say John Mayer on that too, because I think it'd be sick to just kind of pick his brain. I think he's brilliant, and I think he's just a phenomenal lyricist, musician, pretty much everything. So I'd love to just kind of hang out with him and collaborate on something. I think that'd be awesome. If I consider myself a trendsetter or trend follower, I'd say trendsetter. I like to kind of take different things from different people and kind of tie it into my own way, and have a handful of people that kind of like what I wear, and they'll ask me, "Oh, where'd you get that? I want to get that," or do my hair like me, or something like that. And yeah, it's flattering, so I kind of like that. But I guess that would qualify me as a trendsetter. Pre-show rituals or routines. I don't have anything specific, like no Lucky Charms or stretches or anything. I usually just stay away from carbonated beverages because I burp a lot, and it's the worst when you're trying to sing. So like I won't drink a beer or a soda or anything before I go on stage, just water, even though I hate water. But I'm getting over it. One trend I wish came back would definitely be the bowl cut. I think that's one of the gems of the 90s that just, it's going to have a comeback, and I'm stoked for it. It's going to be my next haircut. Don't quote me on that. But trend I wish never happened. Remember those shoulder pads in the 90s as well? Who came up with that? Really? Bad. Just bad. I don't know if they're ever trendy though, so I don't know if that counts. If I could pick something trendy, I'd probably say like those high-waisted pants on chicks. I think I either love them or I hate them, and they only work on very few people. Because most people ends up just giving them that mom butt, which is, I'm sorry to mothers, like that's no offense, and some of you guys are, you're still attractive, but you know what I mean. It just takes a nice butt and just makes it look huge, and I'm not really into that. So I'm not into that trend. Personal way of staying current and fashionable. I think anybody who's into fashion stuff is just perceptive of what's around them and sees something new and they're like, "Oh, that's sick. I'd like to tie that into my personality somehow." And just looking at stuff or checking out something online. Once I saw it, I'll look it up and research it and try to figure it out. So I'll just kind of do that every once in a while and try to stay up on things. Featured song that I have on here, it's called "We'll Have It All," and it was pretty much, I guess, the single off my first album. It's a slower song, but it's I kind of wrote it about just the American materialistic mindset that we get stuck in, where you're just kind of chasing after a little bit more money, or a little bit more security, and it's kind of a hard issue that doesn't really go away. So I kind of wrote that about focusing on that instead of the relationships, and so I think it's kind of cool. Hope you guys dig it. Must-have accessory with every outfit is definitely necklace. I feel naked without one. I don't know why. I think it's because I don't usually wear any kind of like textures or patterns on my shirts, and I don't have chest hair or anything cool like that, so I think it just gets too plain in this region, so I have to have one. But it's definitely my must-have. Favorite section of Shop Vanity Kills. I really dig a lot of the girls' tops that they have on there. I think there's a lot of cool like artistic stuff that they really put a cool flair on, and I like checking it out, even though I don't obviously wear a lot, frequently wear women's clothing, so I'm not going to shop for it there, but I like to look at it and check it out. It's pretty sweet, and I'll recommend it to people. So that's kind of a broad answer, but I kind of like that stuff. As far as like website stuff and hearing my music, I'm on all the major websites, so you can go to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. I have just a regular website, brookegerhart.com. And you can hear all my stuff. It's on iTunes, Amazon, all those digital resellers. If you want a physical CD or any kind of merchandise, you can go to brookegerhart.bigcartel.com and order some of that on there. And that's on there. Currently, I'm working on an acoustic album. I leave for India in a few days, so I ended up recording an acoustic album kind of in light of that, and have first mixes, and everything's sounding awesome. So excited for y'all to hear it. Make sure you check it out. It'll be coming out probably late January when I get back, or early February once everything gets finished. But make sure you check that out. Keep up to date. Just keep up to date with Vanity Kills. Make sure you check out all their cool stuff. Go buy some. Share it with your friends. Go online, post on your Facebooks, all that fun stuff. Thank you, Vanity Kills, for having me as a part of this. You're awesome. Love you guys.